Alright, we are working on paper macheing balloons. What is paper mache? Well, it actually translates to chewed paper. The name really sounds much better in French, and it was actually invented in China thousands of years ago. Paper mache involves molding paper or mashed up, repulped paper into a new shape or figure. Okay, we are going to put paper mache over a balloon. We are going to have cut paper or strips of paper, possibly tissue paper. We are going to carefully write our names on one of the sheets. That will be the last piece of paper that we attach to our balloon, so that when it dries, our name is on the balloon. So each of these little pieces of paper will be soaked in the paper mache mixture. We're going to cover the entire paper with these paper mache strips. We're going to let it dry and pop the balloon, and the paper will hold the form. Now you can see I'm picking up a little glue, smearing it on the balloon, laying a piece of this paper down that's super thin, so be careful with it. It can rip very easily. And I keep attaching more pieces on top so that you have at least 4 layers of this colorful tissue paper. I basically make sure the balloon is a little bit wet from the paste. Lay down the paper and smooth it out over the balloon. You can turn it on the other side, work around the bottom, and you really have to make sure you have several layers for strength. I'm even folding some of these pieces in half because then I have double the strength. But I can't set them on there dry. The paper has to be soaked in order to form around the balloon. If you have it way too soaked, you're going to make a mess of your workstation, and it will take too long for the paste to dry. So I'm working on the top of the balloon, the sides of the balloon, and I'm making sure there's plenty of layers on the balloon. We might use a thicker paper, so if we use a thicker paper, you really have to make sure that it's soaked in paste. Now, I sped the film up because it's a little on the boring side to watch me paper mache over this balloon, but you will enjoy it, and it will get done pretty quickly. Please don't be satisfied with 1 or 2 layers. You need 3 or 4, maybe 5 layers of this fine paper. But it works really quickly once you get going. Once you've completed it, put your name near the top. You've already written your name on a piece of the paper, and it will just mold right into shape. And it should work perfectly. Okay, boys and girls, we don't need to leave our stations. We'll make sure you have something to wipe down your hands. We'll have some people clean up so that we all don't have to go around and clean up the room. All right, enjoy yourself, and make sure to cover the entire balloon several times. If you find thin spots, you have to add layers and layers of paper over it. Later, when the paper mache paste is dry, we'll cut the balloon from the top, or pop the balloon, and then we will have the shell of that shape.